It's time for my monthly reset. Hey guys, I'm Tracy and I want to welcome you back to my channel. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. And today I'm going to be doing my monthly reset for the month of October. Wait, what did I just say? October? Oh no, we are starting this on the wrong foot already. We are going to be doing a monthly reset for the month of November. However, I'm going to be doing things a little bit differently because I have already done my monthly calendar, which is usually something that I do as part of this reset, and I've already set my goals. But I am going to be going over those with you guys because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be setting up some stuff that is due to the goals, and I kind of want to go over those all together. You can see I have some mini Happy Planner supplies here. We'll chat about that when we get to the goal setting as well. I have a Christmas planner here, plus I have my travel planner. So yeah, we'll be chatting about that. I also have my passion planner here. This is where I kind of just quickly kind of brainstorm what I think I'm going to want to get done that week. And this is my real catch-all planner, but this is the one that I can start thinking about like 3 weeks from now type thing. But I've been using the blank pages and the back, which I have not finished updating for the month of October, but for finance tracking. So here we go. So I'm probably up to like 3 weeks and I need to finish for like the last week, or maybe 2 weeks, and I need to finish for the last 2 weeks of October. And it is November the 2nd when I'm filming this. So yes, I am behind. But I am going to be setting up my finance section as well. Whether or not I do that as just a quick speed through, we'll figure it out based on how fast I can get through this. So let's chat about my goals real quick. I actually did this a little bit different this month. Let me grab my goal setting bullet journal. This is what I used for the first 3 quarters of 2025. And then come September, I moved into this. So I was using this. I wasn't super consistent with it. I just don't think I work as well in a standalone system for goal planning. I think I do need to integrate it with something else. That's kind of a spoiler probably for what I'll be doing in 2026 as well. But I figured I'm not going to let this go to waste. I'm still going to use this for goals. This is where I will do my extra kind of note taking and brainstorming and stuff like that, which is what I did this month. So let me show you what I did. Before I even looked at my October goals and started like going through whether or not I completed them or not, I sat down and thought about this month's schedule. So I flipped to my calendar, went through my schedule, also just went through things that I know is probably going to be happening this month, but isn't quite on my schedule yet. Like I know I'm going to have a crazy schedule regarding work, at least 1 or 2 weeks this month, where I probably will have a inconsistent schedule. Which is going to make, planning hard. But I wanted to like note that on here. I also noted Black Friday sales will probably start, the Monday of Thanksgiving, because they seem to start earlier and earlier, which is something, I want to be aware of because, I like to save money. I like to spend money. We'll talk about that too. And plus then I have some other events and things going on this month as well. Then I wrote down the things that I have to get done this month. So not necessarily thinking in the realm of goals or anything like that. This is just like, hey, Tracy, you have to get this done this month. So if you could kind of incorporate these into goals, that would be great. One of which is yard work. I've got to get these leaves up because once December rolls around, who knows when there's going to be a huge temperature drop, and I'm not going to want to get out there and do that. Plus, I think this is the time where the trash companies come around extra and pick them all up and stuff like that. So I need to get that done soon. I do have a few extra days off this week, so who knows, might do that then. I need to do my Plan Miss video schedule. That is December video schedule, where I like to do a video a day for Plan Miss. I'm not sure if Plan Miss is supposed to be a video a day for the entire month or a video a day up until Christmas. Not sure, but I do it for the entire month of December just because it's kind of easy to do with all of the setups and stuff. Not easy to do time-wise, but as far as video ideas, it is a lot easier just because there's just so many fun setups and things to do. But I also need to probably start filming that over the Thanksgiving break. Then financial. I wrote Black Friday, basically budget list, stuff like that, work, crazy hours, lunch with friends. And then what I did is I went to my October and I went through my October. And I'll quickly go over this with you guys as well. So for October, I really wanted to focus on routines. That has been something that I've wanted to focus on since January. That did not happen this month. It hasn't happened any months. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. As someone who likes to plan, you would think I would really be on top of my morning, evening, nighttime routine. I think nighttime is okay. But no, just haven't been. So yeah, that got an X. I had a check here for trip planning. I wanted to decide on location. That was checked off because I had decided on a location until yesterday when I came across another trip that really intrigued me. It's just financially, it's quite a bit more. So now I'm back to the drawing board. So that's why I got a check X. For me, the way I do it is X means I didn't do it. A check X means I kind of did it, but not really, not fully. And then, a check means, hey, I did it. Social outing, I did not do that. I did, do one outdoor activity, but it wasn't what I had intended with this goal. So I wasn't going to cheat and say I did it. I just marked an X there. I did plan my October videos, and I did start my brainstorm. I'm pretty far along with that. We won't go over family and relationships. That one's just kind of like hanging out with people, contacting people. Health and wellness, I did not work out 3 to 4 times each week. I don't know if I hit 4 times ever. I might have hit 3 times a couple of times, but mostly it was twice. So it wasn't a complete loss every single week, but there were a lot of things that there were migraines. Then there was being really tired, and then there was being really lazy. But yeah, that's another thing. Meal prep, lunch, and dinner. I did meal prep my lunches, which is why it's the check with an X. But I did not meal prep my dinners. And that was, again, problematic because I was having like charcuterie boards for dinners, Consistent with vitamins, yes. Journaling 3 to 4 times a week. I said no because it was more like twice a week, which is actually a win for me. So I'm not mad about that. And then I wanted to do a 2-hour intentional phone break on my weekends. I did take naps on the weekends, and during that time, obviously, I was taking a break from my phone, but it wasn't that intentional being like alert and doing stuff and just putting the phone aside type thing. I probably did do that a couple of times because I was listening to an audiobook on my phone. So I don't know. Well, I don't know. That's why that one's just blank. I did not create a holiday budget. We will get into that as part of this one. I did budget for Prime Days because that's over with now. Log my spending. Half and half. I did not come up with a declutter plan. And I did some of the fall deep clean for the kitchen. I just need to do the pantry and the freezer, and living room I did not do. So I went through all of this, and I kind of went through certain things, and there were certain things I was like, I know I can't do for the month of November, but I can probably do for December, like the decluttering plan. That I will come back to in December. Routines, all my routines, I will come back into in December. However, I can do a morning routine in November. So this is kind of what I did. And this worked really well because it kind of helped me stay realistic with my goals. So for November, I have work on morning routine. So yes, I have struggled with routines, but I want to take advantage of the time change. Like this morning, like I said, I'm filming this on the 2nd, which is a Sunday, and I woke up at 5:15. Yes, I did. Which is really weird because I usually wake up around 7, which means I should have woke up at 6, but no, I woke up at 5:15. But I'm thinking I'm probably going to have that 5:30 like automatic wake up where I probably won't even need an alarm. So I probably will not set an alarm. I'll just kind of wake up, and that should give me a lot more time, like an hour and a half of extra time each morning to just lay in bed a little bit for like 30 minutes. I can still lay in bed, kind of adjust to waking up, but then I could kind of do things, I could stretch, I could journal, I could do things like that. Nothing crazy, just simple. But yeah, so I feel like that is something that I really need to focus on. For Fun and Rec, I originally put, see, I did this a couple of days ago. It's a deposit for 2026 vacation, contact to confirm, but now everything's switched up. So now I need to decide on location and budget. I just added this today. I need to do my Plan Miss filming. That is for December, where I'm going to be doing my 31 videos that month. So I need to probably start filming around my Thanksgiving break to make sure I have some already ready for that first week of December. And then, you know, lunch and contact and hanging out with friends and family. I still want to keep my workouts to 3 times a week. We'll see. I'm going to try to make that a priority. I think I'm going to shift some of the workouts that I do, and that might make it a little bit easier as well. Balanced meals for meal prep, lunch during the weekdays and dinners, and these guys are going to help with that. So we will get to that very, very soon. I want to journal still 3 times a week. I need to do my Black Friday list and budget and gift list. That is where this is going to come in. And then I'm also going to be probably setting up my financial section in this as well. And then for kitchen in my living room, I remember I need to do my leaves. Remember I said that. And then deep clean the living room. And then the kitchen, I put what I need to do there. So that is a quick overview of my goals. I didn't think I needed to really do a sit down kind of filming of those. Those are kind of just basic life goals. Nothing crazy. Nothing like I'm trying to do extravagant or anything like that. Let's quickly talk about this guy. So this is the Live Love Posh Christmas planner from 2024. They did release a 2025 one, which may be sold out. I will check and put that down, put all that information down in the description box if it is still available. I don't have the 2025 version. So I'm not like off the top of my head sure of all of the changes that were made. But the 2024 one had a lot of cool things. So, of course, you got dividers. There was Christmas list, and there were blank pages in here that apparently I have upside down. Let's take this out because I might move to another section. Then there were Christmas memory pages. And there's something else that I've already moved to another planner that I'm now going to move back. This is my DIY travel planner that also includes a lot of Live Love Posh inserts. This is still available, so I will link this down in the description box. I am an affiliate for Live Love Posh, so I also have a discount code and affiliate link. These are Christmas pages. You want to know what Christmas page they are? Christmas party planning. I think even if I had a party, I probably wouldn't use this. So I decided to use this for my trip planning. Not my trip planning as far as trips that I'm going on, but when I'm starting to brainstorm those trips at the very beginning, this is what's going to help me. So let's talk about how I'm going to set this up and why I'm setting this up. So I use this Moxie Life horizontal as my catch-all planner. I'm going to just show you the layout, and I can't. There we go. This is my catch-all planner. I also have a weekly Hemlock and Oak that I also use. Let me flip back to here so I don't forget. And they're fine, but I need other things to kind of help me stay organized. This Christmas planner I thought about because this is going to be great for gift list, my Black Friday shopping list, as well as a place to house any other types of punched pages that I may need to use or refer to throughout the next 2 months. That way I can have kind of like a Franken planner of sorts and not have like plenty of notebooks that I'm trying to like pull from. If needed, I just like to have it all in one spot. So what I'm going to do with this first section, I think I'm going to keep it as is. There were really cool little tabs, and I don't know what I did with them, so I'm going to have to search for those. But if there is any that says shopping, I might put that here. So this is Christmas list. So I think I will, use this for when I'm thinking about gift buying for other people. I don't have too many people to buy for. It's really just my parents and then a few extra gifts for a few others. Like, if we do like a work Christmas swap or something like that, or a few friends, but mostly it's my parents. This is Christmas memories. I'm not going to be using this for that because I use a lot of journals and that is where I do my memory keeping at. So I was like, when I was thinking about this planner and I was flipping through this before I started filming, I was like, this is a really cool place for like a Black Friday list. Some of these, I don't know. Now that I look at it, I don't know. Maybe I'll throw a couple in the front just in case I start, like once I start setting that up. If I can think of a way to use them. I just like repurposing some of the pages that I don't think I'm going to be using. And when it comes to like the Christmas planning, the main thing that I mainly use is just the Christmas list. But I do like the little paper and stuff. So this is my Christmas list section. Now, the other thing that I said that I need to do, and I'm going to use this for, is my travel. So I've started brainstorming a few trips. I have Portugal, Prague, and Vienna. I have not done the Japan one. I'm not sure about that one anymore. But now that I've come up with another one that was like South Africa, we'll have to see. But what I repurposed were these. These are the Christmas party planning pages. Like I just wouldn't use these, as I said, for even if I had a Christmas party. So I just use these for brainstorming when I found a tour online. I just wanted to write down all the information that was in that, so that way I didn't have to keep opening the page to refer to it, and that way I can like lay them all out and like look at them at one time. So I just like put little boxes over the stuff that I wasn't going to use and then just repurposed it. Could I have used a note page? Yes, but I can use a note page for a lot of different purposes. These boxes and the divisions on this was perfect for my trip planning. I'm going to put 2 in the front because I still need to do the South Africa and the Japan ones. And then I think that will round up the places that I was looking for 2025 touring. So I think that's it. We'll throw in some paper. So those are going to be the 2 main sections. I think everything else is just going to be hanging out as needed. So this is going to be my extra little notebook that I'm going to be referring to. That way I don't have to pull this out. I can put this back on my craft cart to use at another time. So there we go for that. I'm going through this really fast, y'all. I'm sorry. It's just a lot. And I want to be respectful of people's time. So I'm going through it pretty fast and I talk fast enough. So I hope you're not having trouble understanding me. All right. So I am now going to move to my health and wellness. And I said that some of the things I really wanted to do was balanced meals. And I'm going to be using this to help me. So this is a mini happy planner kind of thing that I'm going to be pulling from. I have all of these here. This is a Live Love Posh cover. This is their old version of the cover. They still might have these on the website. And if they do, they're probably pretty cheap now, or they probably will be if they have any sales, because they have an upgraded version of this that has pockets and a snap and all of that stuff. So this will be like considered their old stock. Like I said, I have a discount code and affiliate link, but I wanted to use this, and then I just put a happy planner in here to give it a little bit more like sturdiness and some mini pages, because I'm going to be using this as a recipe book and a meal planner. So I have been wanting to do a recipe book for a while, and I have been looking at a lot of pre-made ones. Happy Planner has quite a few that are on clearance. They're like $10 now, but they're classic size, which is fine. But considering it's something that I kind of want to like stash away in my kitchen, the smaller the better. Erin Condren just released like, I think, a new one. It's like a notebook format, and it's just like recipes. And the only thing I have issues with, for me personally, with the pre-made ones is, first of all, I'm probably not going to fill up the whole classic size page. But second of all, they have like specific sections for certain types. So I would like a disc planner so I can remove them. Like, I'm not going to have a dessert recipe, because if I need to dessert, like the very few times I'm making something from scratch, I can definitely just pull that up on my phone. Appetizers, no. Basically, I just need breakfast and main meals. That's what I need. I don't need it to be pre-formatted for me. I just need notes pages, because I'll write like the ingredients at the top and then the directions underneath. So I don't really need anything spelled out for me. Plus, I really do want to add a meal planning section. I feel like that would be helpful to be in here. And again, the smaller, the better, because I can remove it, take it with me, or what have you. So let's start building this. This will be really, really quick because I'm not going to write in it. But I got this. Basically, I have never purchased a mini happy planner, I don't think. I think all of my mini happy planner stuff I got from like grab bags from like the Black Friday mystery bags or mystery bundles. This came as part of last year's mystery bundle. So I'm going to like use this paper for my menu. And the reason why I did want to use this is, one, I can rearrange things as needed. Two, I can print things and then just size it down and pop it in here and not have to actually handwrite some of the things. So that is also going to be an option. All right, I think I'm going to do breakfast. I'm not going to have that many breakfast. There's only a few recipes that I need for breakfast. Most of the time, I just eat very, very simple stuff when it comes to breakfast. But there are a few things that I do make that I forget how to do it, like some types of like puddings with pumpkin and chia and stuff like that. Again, very simple. This is more than enough space. Then we're going to have this section here that's going to be for my main courses, which is anything that I could eat for lunch or dinner. This is not going to be filled up anytime soon. But there are a few recipes that are staples that I always have to try to find when I go to make them again, because I don't make them enough, that I want to put in here. Plus, as I find other ones, I'm going to want to put those in here. Then we'll do a third that'll just be miscellaneous. So if I do find a random dessert or appetizer or snack that I want to put in here, I can just bunch those together. There are a few. All right, now we're going to talk about meal planning. So this is just a random cover. Maybe I did buy this separate. I think I bought a box set with this planner. I think I used this years ago as a planner. I'm going to use these pages. It looks like I've already started like tearing these apart somehow. I'm going to just use these. I am never going to use this for fitness or wellness because I have other systems that I prefer to use for that. So I'm going to use this because I have 2 big boxes and 2 small boxes. The big boxes will be great, one for lunch, one for dinner, and then the small boxes will be great for breakfast and then snacks. So that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to pull, are these all? The only thing that is lacking here that I would prefer, and I don't think I have it. I was like looking for all of my Happy Planner mini stuff, and I thought I might have had, oh, I need a tab. Which one do I need? 4th down. Okay. A dashboard would have been perfect, actually. I don't know if I would have had enough room for the meal planning just because these are smaller. But I could have like meal planned on one side and then wrote my grocery list on the other, because this is missing a place for my grocery list. I mean, I guess that could be work. That might be okay for a grocery list. Oh, wait a minute. There's something else I need in here. There is something else I wanted in here. Hold up. Is there, what's this? I don't know what this is. Ooh, I want this here. We're going to put this here. It says eat like you love yourself. I think that's good for meal planning. So we'll put that in my meal planning section. This is going to be my other section. Maybe I'll do these two. I think it's okay if it goes back up. Yes, I'm being very particular. But I think I'll do that one here. What I want here is I want another notes page. I'm figuring this out as I go, y'all. So it's a little bit all over the place, but you know, hopefully you guys can still follow me. This section is going to be my pantry and freezer list. So I want to probably, when I go through my pantry and my freezer and I start tossing things aside, I'm going to write a list of everything I have in my pantry. I'll probably have one page just for spices alone, which they have expiration dates on them, but do we even pay attention to that? No. So I'll have like a spice list. I'll have probably like the liquid additive list, you know, like soy sauce type stuff like that. And then I'll just have another list, and then I'll do a freezer kind of inventory. I just feel like that'll be kind of helpful to have. And then that will lead me to my meal planning, but I need something for grocery list. Like I said, that might work, but I think I'm gonna just put I have some paper off to the side that I think I'm gonna use for this. I pulled this out of this planner. It's just some paper I cut down from some letter size paper I wasn't using. So I'm gonna just put this in this section, and this will be just if I need to make a larger grocery list that this won't handle, then I can do that. This is not trying to be cute. This is just trying to be functional. So that's the reason why this is a hodgepodge, and I'm trying to figure this out as I go. Oh, okay. Got a lot in here, Tracy. Yes, I do. Let's take some of these. Do I need all of these meal planning pages in here right now? Because I can take some of these out. Like, I don't need these to stay in this planner. These will go, like these meal planning pages, I'll like toss these like once a month for the entire month. So I think that should be okay. Yeah, that should be okay. So the way I'm going to do this, I probably don't need this. That'll give me a little bit more room too. So this is going to be my breakfast recipes. This will be, I'm going to make tabs for it. This will be my main course recipes. This will be other recipes. For example, it will be, can I flip this over? No, because I'll be in the same spot, right? Won't this be in the same spot, or will it go down? Oh, it'll go down. Okay, we can do that. It's fine. This will be my appetizers and like desserts or whatever, everything else. Then this is going to be my pantry and my freezer inventory. This will be my meal planning. I'll start here. Okay. So then this will be my meal planning section for Monday through Sunday. And then if I need grocery list space, because this isn't cutting it, then I'll probably use this. So that's it. That's my recipe meal planner. You could see how easy it is to make some of these things with things you have on hand, as long as you're not too particular about having stuff that is specifically for this. Like obviously I just turned this divider upside down. I'm cool with that. They're not going in perfect order, but you can still see all the tabs, so that makes it a little bit better. Final thing that I'm going to be doing today as part of this video to set up is I am going to be setting up my November budget section in this particular planner. So if you guys saw me do this in October, it's going to be the same way. I am going to use this to set my budget. Or do I need actually? So, and it's like I said, I haven't done this. I might actually, you do 2 pages for that. All right. So very, very minimal. This is unlike me, but I'm not going to keep this planner. Like this is, I'll keep it until I fill it up. I think I might actually use this into the new year because I'll have so many weekly pages left. So I'll just use this as kind of like a brain dump for planning for a future week, so I can be sloppy in it. But I won't have very many of these pages left. So there is no pressure to be neat. I'm just trying to be functional. So November finance log. These two pages are going to kind of give me a quick overview of the things. I have this monthly budget that when I had my disc-bound Happy Planner budget system, I used this. I need this where I can see it now. I guess I could pop this in my Christmas planner and that would be sufficient. That's not a bad idea actually. But because this is where I'm tracking my finances, I like to have something here. The things I really want to pay attention to this month are my monthly subscriptions and my streaming services for a couple of reasons. Remember, my goal is to budget and, you know, things like that when it comes to Black Friday. I don't know if you're aware, but like when Black Friday rolls around, you don't just have these sales on like regular one-time purchases. A lot of subscription services as well as streaming services have like literally their biggest sale of the year during that time. And that is when I've signed up for all of my monthly subscriptions. My Blur Beauty Box, it's been a really good deal on Black Friday or around that time. I've subscribed to another beauty box. I can't remember, but it's like a 200 and some annual subscription. And then on Black Friday, it's like $99 for 4 boxes for the entire year. So it's like $25 a box. So I could do that. A lot of your streaming services, I know like last year, Peacock was like $20 for the entire year. So like spending is going to increase in these areas. I already know it. For the most part, a lot of the stuff that I spend money on, like my monthly subscriptions, a lot of them do save me money in the end because if they're a beauty box, I'm not going to Ulta and spending hundreds of dollars on that stuff because I'm already getting stuff in the subscription box, you know, that are high quality items at a cheaper price. So I don't really consider that something that I'm throwing money away on. A lot of times it is, you know, very cost efficient or cost savings, except for the, you know, the craft boxes. That's another story. But I did pause my FabFitFun box, so that is saving me like $250 or whatever. But so I'll put that here. Then streaming services we kind of already went over. This is also to like audit what I'm doing because streaming services, I pay like $8 a month for Netflix. I don't watch Netflix. I may watch it once every blue moon. So I'll probably pause that one. Yes, it's only $8, but that $8 can now go into my savings account. You know what I'm saying? So it adds up. And then I do want to put my other bills on here. So I'd probably just put maybe a log of like home bills and just tally all of this and put it here. It'll just help me when I balance out how much money I have left over from my monthly spending as a whole. Things that are coming out of my paycheck automatically because they're recurring expenses versus all the extra stuff I bought that month. This is where I'm going to keep the tally from all of my categories. So I will have groceries, gas, essentials, semi-essentials, non-essentials. I'll just write those in here after I film this video. And then I can just write the totals there. And then down here is where I'll break down all of the totals for each of these categories and then how much I have left. Hopefully I have money left in my paycheck after all is said and done. And then here are the categories. So I went with groceries and gas. I don't think I need this much for groceries, but you never know. Essentials, this is where I put some of my home stuff. Like I don't need to buy, I bought a whole bunch of paper towels already. That'll last me a couple of months. So, but like paper towels, toilet paper, that would go in here. Cleaning supplies, stuff like that would go in here. Sometimes even clothing will go in here. That usually goes in semi-essential because I have enough clothing. But sometimes you need to buy specific things for specific purposes. So that will go into specific semi-essentials. And then your non-essentials, that's kind of these two, but it's the ones that don't fit into these categories. But we have crafts, we have gifts for me, we have miscellaneous. And then I have this one here because I have to figure this one out. I might do a self-care category. Actually, that would be a good one for this month. Just because I already know of a couple of purchases that I'm making this month. I go to Hand and Stone Massage and I've already pre-purchased. It hasn't hit my account and it won't until Black Friday. You buy 2 gift cards, you get 1 free. So that's like buy 2 massages, get 1 free. So I'm going to put self-care here. Plus I get my hair done this month. That'll come out of here too. Oh, this is going to be an expensive month, y'all. Expensive month. So yeah, that's it. So that is my finances. So there we go. That is kind of setting up for the month as a whole. So I did a lot this month. So I did my finance setup to track all of that. I set up a brand new thing that I will be using. This will be my recipe holder, as well as my meal planner and my inventory log for my pantry and my freezer. And then this is going to be my Christmas list and Black Friday list. I may film a video once all the Black Friday stuff gets released where I'll kind of go through it with you guys and make my list. So maybe we can all do that together. And then this is my trip planning stuff here. And then I have other pages to kind of add stuff in. So there we go, guys. I am set up for the month. I feel a lot more confident right now. I know I just set stuff up and I didn't like get into the nitty gritty, but I feel confident just based on that alone. I feel like I'm on my way to hopefully meeting this. As far as my morning routine, what I plan on doing is I need to think about that, but I'm going to put that here in the habits. So I'm going to put my morning routine as part of the habit because I don't want to forget it. I'm going to put AM routine. And then I can just list all of those down there. So I probably will not be doing a weekly setup here this week, but my action steps are probably going to be using all of the stuff that I've created. So my action steps probably are not going to differ for what you see for my monthly goals. It's probably just going to be go ahead and like working out 3 times a week, you know, setting a meal plan, stuff like that. So I'll probably come back next week and do a weekly setup and things like that. So that way you can see my action steps at that time. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Yes, it was, you know, very fast talking and a little chaotic at times, but maybe it gave you some ideas. Maybe if you have goals that are similar to mine, maybe some of the things that I am doing to help with those goals gave you some ideas as well. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you have yet to subscribe, I hope you would also consider subscribing to my channel. That's all I have for now. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.